On the Belleville East Broadcast Network, Lancer Baseball is on the air.
Swing and a miss! He struck him out. It's a combined no-hitter for Belleville East. Pasquale rounded third. Here comes a play at the plate. Save! D. Pasquale scores! Two-run triple by Tyreeka. And the Lancers have regained the lead 4-3 in the sixth.
Now it's time for the Lancer Baseball pregame show.
And we welcome into our Lancer Baseball pregame show on a Wednesday afternoon here from Lancer Stadium on the campus of Belleville East High School. The Panthers of O'Fallon come to town for a Southwestern Conference clash against the Lancers. We welcome in our Lancer Baseball pregame show. Steven Stock with you. This game was supposed to be played yesterday, and it made a good call at about 1 o'clock to move this game to today. The rain came down hard yesterday, and there was no window. If we were able to kept the same start time at 4:30, try and play, there's no way we could get it in. So they moved it to today, and it's a gorgeous day for baseball. Works out well as O'Fallon comes in, coming at a record of 11-10. They're 2-4 in Southwestern Conference play. The Lancers coming to a record of 13-8. They're 3-3. It's been almost 2 weeks. It would be 2 weeks on Friday since the last time we're out here for the baseball, because last week the only home game was Thursday, and that got moved to Tuesday with the weather, but it didn't work out anyway because Tuesday we had boys volleyball on the road, and then Wednesday we had softball, and then Thursday we had boys volleyball at home, so there was no way we can have baseball last week with one home game, but we do have two baseball games this week, and we start off with O'Fallon. And speaking of O'Fallon, it's a game we had last year against this team. It was a Friday with, again, the rain. We were supposed to play Thursday at home last year. The rain pushed it back a day to Friday, so same thing happens here at Belleville East. But to start us off on our Lancer Baseball pregame show, let's go to take a look from last year's matchup between the Lancers and the Panthers.
It's only one hit, 3 walks, 1 hit given up. The pitch, that's going to be outside, ball 4. And the first batter is going to be a walk for O'Fallon, and the first base runner's on for the Panthers. 3-2, here it comes, the pitch. Outside, ball 4, back-to-back walks by Xander Meath. That first and second, nobody out for O'Fallon. On 1 count, the pitch, inside and hit him. Lost control of it. And they are loaded for the Panthers for Connor Blue. 2 count. Here comes the pitch to Blue. Hit, hammered. Left field, going back. Jones a few steps under it. He's going to make the play, catches it, 1 out. Here comes a tag from third, and he will score. That is McGill. Everyone else stays put at first and second. O'Fallon's on the board first with a sac fly by Connor Blue. Oh, hit him again. Lost control of the off-speed pitch, and second hit by pitch of the inning by Xander Meath. That is 4 base runners allowed, 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, and they're loaded up, 1 out. 3 great hitters. That is going to be chopped right back to Meath. These guys have play at the plate, out at home. Mendolia thought about firing it to first. He may have had a play at first base, but decided not to. Count. They're loaded, 2 out. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle. He struck him out. Look at me, froze him. We're going to the bottom of the first. O'Fallon strands 3 after only scoring 1. 2 count. The pitch is going to be hit up the middle. That's a base hit, and the Lancers have the base runner. Leadoff base runner on. It's Joe Mendolia that base hit up the middle. He won. Ball 4 low. Good take, and the Lancers have first and second, nobody out. 2-1 Ian, the pitch. Hits it to second, gets past the second baseman to the outfield. Coach Wiggs gets the sign at third. Here comes Mendolia. He's going around third. Here comes another runner as it went all the way to the outfield and throw to the plate. He is out at the plate. Coach Wiggs gave Crago the sign to run, and he got thrown out at the plate. But Ian D. Pasquale did get an RBI single. He played it home on. Lancers making contact, putting the ball in play. There's a base hit up the middle. O'Fallon has their first hit of the afternoon. Here in the lineup, first pitch from Meath. Nope, going to go back to first. Throw gets away from D. Pasquale again, and that gets way past him. It's all the way to by the fences. Here comes Cole. He's going to get to third. He's in there safely. The throw's late. Opportunity here, the 1-0. Hits it high, towering fly ball. It's going to stay in the infield. Senchen under it. He dropped it. Here it comes, the throw home. Runners up. He's got him. He's got him at the plate. Oh, man. Cole tried to go home. Ascension lost it. I thought he had it. He lost it. Ball dropped. Cole tried to come home, and the chaos just keeps ensuing here at Belleville East. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him a chase. Struck him out swinging. O'Fallon strands one. Bottom two from Belleville East. We're tied up. One. Will Miller, their catcher, and he hits that to right, and it gets through for a base hit. Got over the head of Deep Pasquale. Jones can reach. Runners off. It's going to be hit and play. Nice little hit run. It's going to be played off a bounce. Ascension fires it to first, and retired is Blue. One away. Got it! Nasty pitch. Struck him out swinging. Got him to chase. 2 away. Choice that got him to first, and Meath went right to home for the force out. Line to right, base hit. Here comes a rounded third. That's going to be Miller. Here comes a throw at the plate. He is safe. Gets away from Mendolia. Going to second. Wade. O'Fallon has retaken the lead. 2-1 in the third. Got a base hit to right. It got through, and the throw for O'Fallon to reach 5 out of the 6 times to 1-2-3 hitters. That's hit to center field. Center fielder going back a few steps. That ball is going back, and it's going to get down. That's going to be a double for Mendolia as he gets the second standing up. That ball has kept going back and back and back, and a big one-out double. See if the Lancers can respond. One where O'Fallon's had 10 base runners on to the first 3. That's popped up into center. Patton going to be under it. Calls everyone off. Going to make the play. And back to second goes Mendolia, 2 away. Hits it to center field. Pat going back a few steps. It is under it, makes the play. As Patton able to catch that one. Deep Pasquale definitely got a good swing on it, but Patton was there. After 3, the Lancers strand a runner at second in the third and still trail 2-1. Done a good job getting out of jams. Chopper to third. Mendolia there. Plays it. Oh, he lost it. Still if he can make the play. Fires to first. Safe. McGill's on. Leadoff base runners reach for the 4th time today in each inning. 0-for-1 with a K and a walk. Gets it right back to Meath. Meath thought about second. Go to first. And Deep Pasquale couldn't make the play as the throw was low. First and second. Nobody out. Another error. Here it comes with 2 on. Nobody out. Pick off move to second. Threw it away. Gets into the outfield. Here come the runners. They'll move up a base. Oh, man. Another error. And O'Fallon has second and third. Nobody out. Meet the Old Miss commit to Will Miller, the catcher. Chop to the third. Mendolia backhand. It got past him. Goes to the grass. Here it comes. McGill, he will score from third. And it's 3-1 O'Fallon. They have a 2-run lead. First and third. Nobody out. 1-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Xander Meath picks up K number 4 in the afternoon. The Lancers have a new right-hander in to tell you about. It's going to be Dylan Menino, number 22, the senior. He's going to come in to pitch with inherited 2 runners on, 1 out. It's the 1-2 count. The pitch from Menino. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First batter Menino faces. He strikes him out swinging. 2 away, and they'll bring in Jack Wade. Can Menino get out of it? First pitch. Going to show bunt. Got it down to the left side. There's Menino. He's going to fire it to first. And he is out. Out at first. The O'Fallon faithful does not like the call. The first base coach is going to go talk to the umpire. He is out at first base. Rapp lines one to right for a base hit to start us off. The throw is safe as he got lucky. Dawson Rainier steps in. He struck out, hits it to the right side, second baseman. Kind of bobbling the throw to first, out. Wrapped to second, 1 away. 2 pitches. The Lancers have a runner in scored position, but 1 out, though. Jones can get on base, keep it going. The pitch lined into center. Center fielder makes the play with 2 hands. He catches it. A good swing by Jones, but Patton just stayed up there long enough for Patton. Down by 2. First pitch, hits it to third. Rapp will go in between, throw to first, and retired his Mendiola. Lancers strand Rapp at second. 3-1 game in the 6th. The 0-2 count the pitch. Swing and a miss. Setchit strikes out swinging, and after the balk, the Lancers will strand that runner at second. Going to the 7th, the Lancers have 3 outs to do something. They're down by 2. Going to the 2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Parker, another K. Rica's retired, out number 1. He got it for hits and runs. Rapp hammers it to left field. Left fielder goes back. That ball is going to get down. And I think it's going to get down, and Rapp's going to go for 3. Here comes the throw. Rapp is out at the third base. Oh, man. Carson Rapp just ran the Lancers into an out. Hammer to left center. Left fielder, shortstop. It'll be the left fielder comes in, makes the play, makes the catch, and O'Fallon wins 3-1 over Belleville East. Panthers win 3-1. They improve to 16-4 on the year. The Lancers fall to 16-8. We'll talk about.
And we look back at the Lancers Stadium. That's how the decision last year between the two, a 3-1 win for O'Fallon went here at home. They ended up sweeping the series as well against the Lancers. And between these two, it's the 52nd meeting between the two since 2000. And O'Fallon leads the series 42-9. The Lancers have only took the season series once back in 2022. They went 2-1 out of the 3 games playing in the playoffs. Lancers had a 17-game losing streak against O'Fallon in program history that went from 2014 to 2021. The last win for the Lancers came 2 years ago on the 21st of April at O'Fallon in a 1-0 win for the Lancers. We're getting closer here at first pitch. The Lancers have taken the field, so we'll get a little bit of an earlier first pitch time. They're supposed to go at 4:30, 4:23. So let's go to get the Lancers defensive alignment out there. We'll start off in the outfield going from left to right. Over in left field is the sophomore Reed Newmeyer. The junior Jalen Jones will patrol center. Over in right is the senior Tyreka. In the infield from third to first, Austin Yates will have the hot corner. Tommy Kromkowski is also on the left side. Over at second is the junior Luke Monroe. And over at first is the junior Caden Kakis. Behind the plate doing the catching is the lone freshman on the field today, Brody Lindemann. And he's catching the senior Dawson Vernier, and his first pitch is going to miss for a ball, 1-0, and run away at 4:24 p.m. Dean Rasky is the leadoff hitter for the Panthers. He plays second today, and he swings at the second pitch, and it's fouled off 1-1. O'Fallon again at a record of 11-10, 2-4 in conference play. The Lancers are 13-8, and they're 3-3 in conference play. Lancers currently sit at 4th, while O'Fallon is in 5th. That pitch is hit to the left side, but Austin Yates puts the glove up and makes the nice catch for out number 1. It takes 3 pitches on a line out, 1 out, 3 pitches in. That's how this one starts off here on a Wednesday afternoon. Quick start for Dawson, who has been pitching pretty solid on the year. Had a rough one against Belleville West a few weeks ago, but has recovered since then. And the first pitch to O'Fallon's second hitter, and Grant Tebby is going to miss outside 1-0. Dawson is making his 8th appearance. This is his 4th start. He's 2-2 in 25 innings pitched. He has 1 save, and he's going up 11 runs, 8 earned. That's good for a 2.24 ERA. He's going up 23 hits, no extra base hits, doubles, triples, or homers, as the count is 2-0. Next one coming here to Tebby, who plays short today. He's going to take a strike, and it goes 2-1. Continuing with Vernier, he has 24 strikeouts to 6 walks, a 6.72 Ks per 7, and a 1.16 whip. That one's hit right back to Dawson. He'll run a little bit to first, and the underhand flip over to Kakis at first, and a quick out number 2, as it's only taken 7 pitches for 2 outs for Dawson. He needs 1 more to get a 3-up, 3-down to start this one here in the top of the first. See if his boys can hit. Had a good hitting performance at Ladue on Friday, a 12-6 win. And that 12-6 win at the Ladue Rams over in Missouri, it was Tommy Kromkowski unleashing his first home run of the year, the first Lancer home run of the year, in that 12-6 win. He was a huge part in that game, and the Lancer offense has been playing a little bit better than that Belleville West series, which was 2 weeks ago. That one's fouled back. And it goes 1-1 on the 3-hitter Connor Blue, who's DH today for their starter David Barker. Also, Dawson would continue with it as well. There's a few more stats to tell you about it. Hitters are batting .235 against them with a .299 OBP and a .235 slug, and that ball's hit in the center. Tommy is going to be under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. It only took 10 pitches for Dawson to put the Panthers down 1-2-3. We'll see if the Lancers could get the bats going. They bat next after a half inning. O'Fallon 0, Lancers to bat. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville Broadcast Network. Welcome back here. O'Fallon goes down 1, 2, 3 in the top half of the first, and now the Lancers are back for the first time today here in the bottom half, and this is how Coach Wiggs has his boys lined up 1 through 9. Leading off will be the junior shortstop, Tommy Kremkowski, who comes in with a 4-game hit streak. He's followed by the senior right fielder, Tyreka. Batting third is Caden Kagis. He has a 2-game hit streak playing first today. The cleanup hitter is the sophomore left fielder, Reed Newmeyer, and it's followed by the DH today, Noah Peters, who also has a 4-game hit streak. Brody Lindeman is the 6th hitter, the freshman catcher. Austin Yates at third, bats 7th. Batting 8th is the junior Luke Monroe, who's swinging a hot bat to start off his varsity campaign. And wrapping things out in the 9th spot is the junior Jalen Jones in center. Tommy takes the first pitch for a ball, and it goes 1-0. Facing the starter today for O'Fallon, David Barker, who we saw last year at East, that second game of the 2-game set. That one's going to be popped back, and in foul territory, it'll go out of play, and it goes 1-1. He's a contact guy. He gets strikeouts, but he kind of relies on weak contact, and he's done a good job of getting outs. Barker coming in, making appearance number 7, start number 6. He's pitched a complete game. He's 2-1 in 32 thirds-innings pitches. He got up 12 runs, 11 earned, and a 2.51 ERA. That one's in there for a strike, and Tommy's down 1-2. He's given up 15 hits, 5 doubles, and a triple, no homers. Barker has a 8.45 Ks per 735. Strikeouts make it 36 to 10 walks as he gets Kremkowski to go down swinging for out number 1. He threw a slider, and Tommy couldn't hit the ball with the bat, and he goes down swinging for out number 1, and that's how Barker's day starts off. You look at O'Fallon, he's probably their number 2 guy on this pitching staff, followed by their number 1, who I assume will pitch tomorrow at O'Fallon against Belleville East, which is Connor Blue, the DH today. You look at Barker continuing off, he has a 0.82 whip coming in today. Hitters are batting 140 against him with a 252 OBP and a 206 slugging. And Tyreka swings and misses at the second pitch after taking the ball on the first one, and the count goes 1-1 on the senior left fielder who's hitless in his last 3 games. And that ball's hit up the middle. The shortstop will field it. And he'll fire over to first, and Enriquez retired on 3 pitches. So 2 outs on 7 for the starter, Barker. He'll go to Kagis with 2 away, who's been swinging a hot bat, 2-game hit streak. And in last week, in the 4 games last week, he went 6 for 12, 583 OBP and RBI, 4 runs and a walk. So able to get on base. And when he got on base 4 of these 7 times, he was able to come across the plate. So with 2 out here, see if the Lancers would be, 2-out offense as he swings at the second pitch is in the left field, shallow, and making the catch is the O'Fallon left fielder, Jack Twinhaffel. We are in and through here from Belleville East. Lancers, Panthers both go down 1-2-3. We move to the second. No score. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. One and through, no score on a Wednesday afternoon in Southwestern Conference play. The first meeting of two in this regular season series. Belleville East 3-3. O'Fallon 2-4 at conference play. Lancers currently have the 4 spot right now, while O'Fallon at the 5. And we start in the second. Both teams still looking for their first base runner as we're in and through. It's Ian Maxidon, their cleanup hitter, playing first day, a lefty bat, taking a strike 0-1. He hits the second into shallow right center, and making the catch with the hat coming off is Tyreka, and it's out number 1. So 4 quick outs for Dawson on 12 total pitches, and he is attacking the O'Fallon hitters. No accounts to 2 balls yet, and we got 1 out quickly on 2 pitches. Always a good start to the second when you can do that. Bringing the 5-hitter Camden Cox, who's their center fielder today. O'Fallon 11-10 overall. How about this? This has been a program that's always been good for O'Fallon. They just went to state, or almost, I think it might have been state, almost a state. Finished up pretty high, making a playoff run a few years ago. And they've been a program that's always had success. They've had 25 wins in a season every single year since 2014. The last time they did not get a 25-win season was 2013. But how about this? That 2013 season, they had 23 wins, going 23-13, and they're off to their worst start really since 2013. The last time they were even under 500 in a season was that 2013 year when they started the year 1-4. That ball's hit to the left side. It's going to get past Austin Yates, and all Tommy Krupkowski can do is back him up with a backhand play, but it's going to be, the throw will be obviously late, and it's an infield single for Cox, who has the first base runner, the first hit of the day for any side, and it comes with 1 out here in the second. Dawson got the ground ball, but put it in a spot where it was tough to make a play, and Cox gets on, putting the ball in play. So now here is Drew Vanderhayden, their right fielder. He is the 6th hitter for O'Fallon. No batting gloves for the right-handed batter. He fouls off the first pitch, and it goes 0-1. O'Fallon in that 2013 year started 1-4. They went to 3-4 after beating Quincy 12-0, and then they kept on winning and got over to 500. Obviously 23 wins that year, as I mentioned. This year, they started 4-2, went 2-6 in their next 8 to get to 6-8, but they've been playing a little bit better baseball in their last 7, 5-2 to get to 11-10. They just split with Belleville West last week, winning the first game against them 8-2, but lost the second 2-1. Belleville West has the bye week this week, but they've been playing some pretty good baseball, 12-7. And runners off for second. Throw down to second from Lindemann is going to be late, and anyway, the ball got away from Monroe as Tommy had to back him up, and it will be a stolen base for Cox. The count moves to 1-1, and O'Fallon with 1 out here in the second is trying to get on the board first. Runner in scored position with 1 out for Vanderhayden, who comes in with 6 RBIs, batting .310, 408 OBP, and a .429 slugging. RBI opportunity here. Dawson with a 1-1 trying to find a way to respond after giving up a 1-out infield single and then a stolen base. The pitch. That one's going to miss, and it goes 2-1. O'Fallon this year has made 2 trips out of the state. They went down to Kentucky and played 2, went 1-1, and they took a trip down to Alabama. Same thing Edwardsville did. And they went 1-3-4 in the 4 games down in Alabama. That one will miss, and it goes 3-1 for Vanderhayden, the batter for the Panthers. They've played 11 common opponents with the Lancers. That includes conference teams. They're 5-6 in that 11. A 3-1 from Vernier. Looking at the runner at second, that's Cox, and he will step off, and we'll get a 3-1 coming here in a minute. That pitch is delayed. 5-6 record. They'll play the rest of the Southwestern Conference. They'll also play Granite City, Rochester, Highland, and Triad, all non-conference opponents with the Lancers. 3-1, and here it comes. The pitch from Vernier. fouled back, and it goes 3-2. O'Fallon just took on Freeburg on Monday, a team the Lancers beat early in the year. I think a week or two ago, actually. And O'Fallon won that one 3-1 Monday. Count is full here on the right fielder for the Panthers. Big spot here in the second. Panthers trying to get on the board first. They shut down the Lancers 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the first. The pitch. That ball's hit in the center field. That ball is down. Jones will field it, and coming around third is Cox. He'll get the stop sign as he went a few steps around third. That throw gets away, and able to get it to second is Vanderhayden, is tracking it down was Kagas. That throw got away from the outfield from Jones, and taking seconds Vanderhayden, and now O'Fallon has 2 runners in scored position, 1 out.
Next up for the Panthers, catcher number 24, Keegan Sipe.
So bring in the catcher, a freshman lefty batter, Keegan Sipe, who comes in with 6 RBIs, batting .239, 375 OBP, and a .326 slugging. RBI spot for the freshman who pops up the first pitch in the right field. Near the right field line, Tyreek racing for it. Is he going to get there? And he did not as he banged up against the fence. That ball just kept carrying, and it looked like a ball that was going to not travel much, far, but just kept going, and Rika couldn't make the catch, so it goes 0-1. Try to get on Sipe with 2 on here. O'Fallon, an infield single, then a base hit to center. And a 1-1 coming here from Vernier. 0-1. That ball, this one's hit in the right center. This Tyreek will have this one. He'll make the catch. Coming from third on the tag is Cox. He will easily get in the home. No throw. It's cut off by Kagas. And it's 1-0 Panthers thanks to a RBI sac fly by Sipe, and he has his Panthers on the board first. It's 1-0 here in the top of the second with 2 out. Two away.
Next up, left fielder number 27, Jack Twinhoffen.
So Twinhoffen will come in. Jack Twinhoffen, the left fielder, with 2 out, has a chance to get the Panthers another run with the runner at second. He comes in, batting .207, a .361 OBP, though, with a .276 slug and no homers, 4 RBIs. He is the 8th hitter in the O'Fallon lineup. If Dawson can get this last out, we'll move to the bottom of the second, and the Lancers will have 4, 5, 6 to up. We'll start off with Newmeyer, and then Peters and Lindeman. There's a strike going on as Dawson attacks, trying to get this last out. Keep it at 1 after back-to-back singles and stolen base, and a miscue throw-in was able to move runners up and led to an RBI sac fly. The pitch. That ball's hit into center field. Jones backs up a few steps, now comes in a few steps and makes the catch. 4 out, number 3 after 2 hits. No walks, no errors, 1 run, and 1 left. We've played an inning and a half. O'Fallon strikes first. They lead 1-0. Lancers are bat in the bottom of the second. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville Broadcast Network. O'Fallon has struck first in the top of the second. 2 hits and a RBI sac fly by Keegan Sipe, who got his 7th RBI of his varsity career, has put the Panthers on the board first. It's 1-0 as we play in the bottom of the second. Lancers have 4-5-6. It starts off with the cleanup hitter Newmeyer's quickly down in the count 0-2 after fouling the second pitch off. It's Newmeyer, then Noah Peters and Brody Lindeman to follow for Belleville East. And the 0-2, he'll take a pitch high, and it'll go 1-2 from the Panthers start today in Barker. Lancers went down 1-2-3, strikeout, ground on a flyout in the first inning. Next one's fouled back by Newmeyer, and he's fighting with a 1-2 count here. Panthers had 2 hits in the inning. It was back-to-back and then a sac fly. And a team that's 11-10, playing some good baseball after a little bit of a bump in the road midway through, and Newmeyer strikes out looking on the 5th pitch of the at-bat. And it's out number 1 here in the bottom of the second. Struck out looking to start things off here. So 1 away, and he'll bring in the junior DH. Noah Peters, who catches. He DHs today with Lindeman in the start behind the plate, and Peters takes a pitch inside for a ball, and it goes 1-0 on Noah. Coming in on a 4-game hit streak, and he's been swinging a pretty good bat, as I mentioned, with the hit streak now average up to 238. Hits that one into right field. Right fielder moving back. That ball's down over the right fielder's head. Peters will also around the first base bag. He's thinking 2, and he will get in there, slide it in safely. Noah Peters, a 1-out double. That's the first Lancer base runner and the first Lancer hit today. And we'll see if Belleville East can respond after a run in the top half of the second. So Peters extends his hit streak to 5 games. And the Lancers are in business here with 1 out in the second. Noah's been putting up good swings, good at-bats all season. That average will show that going up now.
Now batting the Lancer catcher, number 10, Brody Lindeman.
Here is the freshman Brody Lindeman now stepping in. Catching behind the plate today for the Lancers. Coming in batted .227, a .382 OBP, and a .227 slugging on the season. No homers, 8 RBIs. RBI spot here for the freshman. Trying to come through here. 1-0 count coming. The pitch. There's a strike, and it goes to 1-1, all evened up. For Peters, that's his 4th double of the year. So he stands on second. The pitch. That one misses outside. Lindeman did not chase, and it goes 2-1. Or 2-1 coming to Brody. Swing and a miss, and it goes 2-2. David Barker trying to battle back. He is also a senior who's was pretty good last year, but off to even a better start this year for O'Fallon. The pitch, that one gets away from the catcher, and moving to third is Peters, so the Lancers are 1 base away from tying this game up as Noah is at third. The count goes full on Lindeman. That changes things here now. A full count. Runner at third, 1 out, Lindeman batting. Peters at third. Full count pitch coming. And here it is. And he swings and misses, and Barker battles back, picking up his 3rd strikeout of the day, his 2nd of the inning. And 2 away, it'll go down to the senior Austin Yates trying to come through with 2 out. We'll take some 2-out hitting. We've seen that before this year out of Belleville East. Need another case of that here. Yates coming in, batting a .238 average, .304 OBP, .238 slugging. No homers, 1 RBI. Takes a strike, and it goes 0-1. O'Fallon in the 3rd inning will have 9-1 and 2. It'll be Zach Tebby, then followed by the top of the order and Dane Rasky and Grant Tebby as well. That ball's hit into center field. That ball is going to be caught by the center fielder. Stayed up long enough for the center fielder for O'Fallon to make the catch, Camden Cox. And the Lancers, after a 1-out double by Peters, strand him at third. We've played 2 innings here from Belleville East. Panthers 1, Lancers 0. We move to the third. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville East Broadcast Network.
Hey, sports fans, support your Belleville East Lancers by participating in the Booster Club's Queen of Hearts e-raffle. In just 3 simple steps, you can be on your way to supporting our Lancer sports programs and winning big. Visit the concession stand at your sport, scan the QR code, and join in the fun of winning and supporting all of our Lancer student athletes. Tickets as low as $5, and winners are drawn every Thursday. Don't miss out. Get your e-raffle tickets today.
We're 2 innings through here from Belleville East. O'Fallon 1, Lancers 0. Steven Stock, really glad to have you along on a Wednesday afternoon. And O'Fallon struck first in the second inning, RBI sac fly, and 1-0 game as we play 2. We start the third. Dawson Vernier out there for his third inning of work, and the first pitch is a fair ball down the third base line. Yates makes a nice play and fires over to first, and the leadoff batter, the 9-hitter in the Panther lineup, Zach Tooby, is retired for out number 1. That's how this third inning starts off. Vernier off to a solid start. He's firing strikes in there, and a guy that's always done well on firing strikes. He doesn't walk many batters. Only 6 walks, and over now, including today, 27 innings. That one's hit down the third base line. It'll go foul, 0-1. We play in the third and take a look at the scoreboard on runs, hits, and errors for O'Fallon. They are the visitors today. 1-2-0, and for the Lancers, 0-1-0. Here is the one-hitters who go back to the top of the order. Dane Rasky, the second baseman. He lined out to Yates at third to start this ball game off. There's a swing and a miss, and a nice pitch from Dawson, and it goes 0-2. He's still looking for his first strikeout today, but he's been allowing weak contact. It's 0-2. And the pitch from Vernier. Swing and a miss. There it is. 3 pitches. He got the last 2 to be swings and misses. And out number 2, a great pitch to get Rasky to chase. And out number 2 for Vernier as we play in the top of the third.
Next up for O'Fallon, number 4, Grant Tebby.
2 outs. It'll bring in Grant Tebby, their shortstop. He grounded out to Vernier, made a nice underhand flip for out number 3. And now one's line to the left side and jumping up just a little bit, the junior shortstop, Tommy Kremkowski, and he makes the catch for out number 3. O'Fallon goes down 1, 2, 3, 5 straight O'Fallon batters retired by the starter Vernier today. Lancers will see if we can get the bats going. We go to the bottom of the third. O'Fallon 1, Belleville East 0. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Bottom 3, O'Fallon 1-0. It'll be the 8-hitter Luke Monroe leading things off for the Lancers. He takes a pitch inside for a ball 1-0. 8-9-1-2 up here for Belleville East. Monroe's followed by the 9-hitter Jalen Jones. It'll go back to the top of the order in Tommy Kremkowski. He swings and misses, and it goes 1-1. All juniors due up here for the Lancers. Monroe, this is his 9th at-bat in his varsity career. He's off to a good start. That goes inside, and it looked like it hit him, and it did. Luke will get on at the leadoff hit by pitch, and he'll take a walk down to first. Lancers have a leadoff base runner on here to start the third. Never think that's the way to get on. You always would like to get a hit, but you'll say, hey, I'll take it. And Monroe's on for Jalen Jones. Jalen's been great out of the 9th spot this season and in his career. He started last year with Coach Wiggs. I thought it was a great part of the lineup to have a secondary leadoff guy. He shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a strike 0-1. And he's done a good job being the secondary leadoff guy, coming in 4 for 10 in his last 4 games. 3 runs, 3 walks. Always talk about last year, if you can get guys on like Jones, the bottom part of the order, it sets up the top part really well because they could do damage with guys on, and same thing's been said this year. 0-1 to Jones. Here it comes from Barker at nobody out. That one will miss, and it goes 1-1 on Jones. Jalen overall is batting .278, a .361 OBP, and a .296 slug, and no homers, 4 RBIs. Throw down to first. Monroe's in there safely, and for Luke, he's got that OBP even higher now. It was .625 coming into the day. 5 for 8 with no walks. So 6 for 9, that'd be a .667 OBP. 1-2 on Jones now here. Jalen, 9-hitter, will be followed by the top part of the order in Kremkowski. And they swing and a miss, and David Barker gets a strikeout to battle back after the leadoff hit by pitch. That's his 4th of the afternoon, and it's out number 1. All swinging for Barker, who last year did not get many strikeouts against the Lancers in the game he pitched. And the guy, I don't want to quote anything, didn't have I think he had an average Ks per 7. He had a low ERA. He was able to get outs, but this year he's been getting more strikeouts. A Ks per 7 coming into today with it being at 8.45. Couldn't find it there for a minute. Here's Krepkowski. He takes a strike, and it goes 0-1. Tommy is the leadoff hitter for Belleville East, and he struck out swinging to start things off in the bottom of the first. Coming in with a 4-game hit streak, 7 for 15 last week. That ball's hit to the right side, and it will be not 5 games as it's caught. And Monroe's got to get back to first to throw. Got away, but stepping on the bag before Monroe can dive in there safely. And it's out number 3. What a play by the O'Fallon right fielder. Taken away. A hit from Krokowski was Drew Vanderhayden, and he doubles up Monroe at first base. We're 3 innings through. Belleville East trails O'Fallon 1-0. We move to the 4th. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. And we start off here in the 4th inning. O'Fallon still leading 1-0 as a double play into the 3rd. We move to the 4th. Vernier back out there, and the first pitch to the DH, Connor Blue, will miss And it goes 1-0. Blue first time up batted in the first inning. It was the third out. Pop it out to Kremkowski, the shortstop, and he takes a second pitch for a strike, and it moves 1-1 on Blue. Connor Blue is their DH today. This guy can hit, but he can also pitch. He's their best pitcher. Has the best ERA on this O'Fallon ball club at a 1.93 ERA. Fouls the next one off, and it goes 1-2. But how about these hitting stats? A 333 average coming in today with a 455 OBP, a 476 slugged, 1 homer, 23 RBIs, 9 walks, and 7 strikeouts. And that pitch is hit in the left field. Newmeyer backing up to his right, puts the glove up, and makes a catch for out number 1. And Vernier has now retired 6 straight Panther batters, going back to the second inning. It's out number 1 here in the 4th. Vernier only 1 strikeout through 3 1/3. It came last inning, striking out Horaski, the second baseman. So here's Ian Maxidon, their cleanup hitter, first baseman. He flew out to Rika and right, and he hits to the right side again, and trying to make the play was Kagas. He jumped up, and it went past him, and Rika had issues tracking that ball down, but he gets it in, and holding Maxidon over at first, who singles on the first pitch, and O'Fallon, a 1-out base runner here in the top half of the 4th. Scored in the second inning, and it was this part of the order that Vernier had issues with, and it started with Cox, who's now the next batter. Camden Cox, he singled with 1 out and stole second, and he was the run that scored on a sac fly. Patzer with 1 out, runner on at first. First pitch from Dawson. We'll miss outside, and it goes 1-0. Lancers will play O'Fallon at O'Fallon tomorrow in Southwestern Conference play, finishing up this 2-game set of the off day Friday. And then today was supposed to be Jabot on the road, but weather changes that, of course, and they'll play Jabot on Tuesday on the road, and it worked out Lancers having a bye week in conference play next week. You got that open day, you can play that, and then I'll wrap out this week Saturday at Busch Stadium, taking on the Rams of Mount Vernon. That's a 10 o'clock first pitch. We'll have that for you with a 9:45 pregame. A 1-0 coming here from Vernier. He'll fire it back over to first and then throws in there. Not in time as Maxton in there safely. Tomorrow will be at Belleville West for boys volleyball, as they just got another huge win. It was win number 20 of the season last night, taking down the Tigers of Edwardsville. Big win on the road. There's a strike, and it goes 1-1. It was a huge win. Edwardsville's been playing pretty good, and kind of that another one of those tests for the Lancers. Can they battle, take care of business? And team that's definitely going to give you some issues. Battled through it. 1 and 2 sets as well. I mean, obviously, you're thinking 3 probably against a team like Edwardsville. You get it done in 2 on the road. It's huge. They're 20-2 now. Those boys are playing incredible. Can't wait to be back at it tomorrow, covering them at West. Runners off for second. Hit and run. Popped up but foul. It'll go 1-2. Be a week from that win last Thursday against O'Fallon. And what a win that was for the Lancers. Getting it done in 3 sets. Their first win against O'Fallon in 10 meetings. Huge win. That was some fun volleyball, too. Give props to the Panthers. They're an incredible volleyball team. I know they're going to be ready to go next time they play the Lancers at O'Fallon, coming up, I think, in 2 weeks. Quick turnaround. The pitch. That ball will be in the dirt. Lindemann makes a nice block, and 2-2 goes the count. All even up here on Cox. Belleville West has also been playing some good volleyball. They just went 5-0 at the Althoff tournament, I think it was, this past week, and they took down Edwardsville in the championship. Also beat Chaminade. Off for second again. It's a high throw. Monroe can't apply the tag, as already in the second was Maxidon. So it's ball 3. It's a full count, and it's a stolen base. And O'Fallon, that's how they manufactured the run of the second. Stolen base and a sac fly. Trying to do the same thing here with 1 out. And a runner at second, a full count here on Cox, who was the guy at second, stealing second. Full count pitch. Here it is from Dawson. That's hit to the right side in the outfield. Rika moving to his left. Backing up. Makes the catch. Tagging for third. That's Maxon. He'll get in there safely. slide it in, and 2 outs, runner at third, and it'll go down to Drew Vanderhayden, who made a nice play in right last inning in the third. Took a hit away from Tommy Krimkowski and also doubled up Luke Monroe at first base. He thought it was going to get down. I think a lot of people did. But a nice play to track it down, get it into first in time, and got the double play. And after a leadoff hit by pitch, Barker gets out of trouble. So now here's Vanderhayden, who singled back in the second, 1-for-1. Swings and misses, and it goes 0-1. Vanderhayden coming in today, batting .310, 408 OBP, 429 slugging, no homers, 6 RBIs. There's a strike, and it goes 0-2. Need one more to get out of this. Dawson trying to get that second strikeout. Got it last inning for out number 2. What he can do here, the pitch. Foul back, and we'll do it again, 0-2. There's a strike 3, and applying the tag is Lindemann on the drop third strike, and Dawson Vernier gets out of the jam after a 1-out single and a stolen base. O'Fallon will strand that runner at third, and we're 3 innings through, halfway through in this one. Lancers batting the fourth. It's 1-0 O'Fallon. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Halfway through in this one, O'Fallon holding on to a 1-0 lead as Tyreka, the 2-hitter in the Lancer lineup, will start things off here. He swings with the first pitch and fouls it off out of play, and it goes 0-1. Lancers have 2-3-4-2 up. That's Rika, followed by Caden Kagas, and then Reed Newmeyer to finish things off. If anybody gets on, it'll be the DH Noah Peters. The 0-1 to Rika, and a swing and a miss, and it goes down quickly 0-2. Barker trying to pick up strikeout number 5, and he's been dealing today. He's just been attacking Lancer batters. He's given up a hit and a hit by pitch, but he's done a good job of getting out of those jams and still is pitching a shutout as we play in the fourth. Third one missed, and it goes 1-2. Next one to Rika, and that one's fouled off again out of play. Ty's still looking for a hit. He's been hitless in his last 3. Grounded out to short last time up. Just talking about boys volleyball in the top half of the inning as that one misses high and it goes 2-2. Talk about softball, who was supposed to play Alton yesterday, all the postponements. They were supposed to play again today, which was going to be at Alton, but the weather yesterday has made the field still unplayable up there. And misses outside 3-2. So that game has been moved to Monday of next week on the road, and they'll play East St. Louis tomorrow. They beat them the first time in conference play. Fouled back by Rika, payoff pitch coming. He's battled here against Barker. And softball will be on the road Friday as well for Freeburg, which will be a tough game. That ball is fouled off again out of play. Continuing to put up a battle here. It's Tyreka trying to get things started off. The leadoff batter here in this 4th inning. That ball's hit foul again. Watch out, Coach Wiggs down the third base line. Still 3-2 here. Our one coming to Rika. The pitch. That ball's fouled back again. Ty trying to get things started here. Still a full count. Battle here between two seniors, Barker and Rika. Another payoff pitch coming. Coming from the right-handed pitcher to the left-handed batter, and Ty calls time, so they'll have to wait. So softball East St. Louis Thursday, and I said Freeburg Friday. That's going to be in a few weeks. I misread that. It's Ty. Still a 3-2 count. They'll be at home against Granite City on Tuesday. And then O'Fallon on Thursday, resuming conference play next week for softball. Our next softball game, it's going to be a while, which will be May 14th against Belleville West, a Tuesday. The next pitch is this time hit and play. It's a bouncer down the first base line, but making the play is the first baseman, Maxidon, who finally O'Fallon's able to put away Rika for out number 1. It took a good number of pitches, a battle, and O'Fallon Barker won it, one away. Here is Kagas now with one out, the 3-hitter in the lineup. He flew out to left.
Next up for the Lancers, number
First
3,
time up.
Peyton Kagas.
So we'll have boys volleyball tomorrow and then baseball Saturday at Busch Stadium. There's a strike 0-1. So kind of a quick week. We only had 3 games last week and 3 more this week, but I haven't looked at next week yet, but it probably will be another busy week. I know baseball has a few home games. I think they will play Wednesday and Friday at home. That's baseball, and I know boys volleyball, I think we'll have 1 game next week for them, so it looks like we'll probably have at least 3 games next week. There's a swing and a miss, and it goes 1-2 on Kagas. Boys volleyball will be up at Lincoln Way East in that Chicago area again on Friday and Saturday, and talked about how tough the last tournament was for the Lancers. Oh, man, it's going to be tough this weekend playing one of the best teams out of Indiana. There's a swing and a miss, and Kagas goes down swinging for out number 2. I forgot the school name, but the school they're playing is back-to-back state champions. So that will be a tough one on Friday, and they're starting off that tournament. There's other really good teams as well. It's an invitational tournament. And if you listen to the interview I did with Coach Nesbitt, was it last week? Talked about that tournament, and he said, the next one we got coming up, we got invited to. It shows you where the state of our program is right now. And Belleville East has been competing. That one misses outside 1-1. So I'll be interested in how they do this week, and we wish them good luck. And hopefully Saturday morning we'll be passing along some good updates for you. Here is Newmeyer, the cleanup hitter. Here batted with 2 outs. Struck out first time swinging. The pitch. That one will miss outside. And it goes 2-1. For Barker, he struck out Kagas. That's his 5th strikeout of the afternoon. Now a 2-1 to Newmeyer. That ball's hit to the right side. Second baseman scoops, fires over to first, and Newmeyer's retired. It's 1-2-3 inning for Barker. He's retired 5 straight Lancer batters. It's a pitching duel here to start things off on a Wednesday afternoon. We're 4 innings through. O'Fallon leads 1-0. We move to the 5th. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville Broadcast Network.
Hey, sports fans, support your Belleville East Lancers by participating in the Booster Club's Queen of Hearts e-raffle. In just 3 simple steps, you can be on your way to supporting our Lancer sports programs and winning big. Visit the concession stand at your sport, scan the QR code, and join in the fun of winning and supporting all of our Lancer student athletes. Tickets as low as $5, and winners are drawn every Thursday. Don't miss out. Get your e-raffle tickets today.
And we move here in the 5th inning. 4 innings through with the Panthers of O'Fallon leading the Lancers of Belleville East 1-0. Steven Stockley, glad to have you along on a Wednesday afternoon here. It's been almost 2 weeks since being out here at the Baseball Diamond, and that one will miss outside, and it goes 2-0. We were back out here. Last time out here was 2 weeks. It would be 2 weeks on Friday in a 6-5 win against Rochester. 2-0 is the leadoff hitter. Keegan Sipe pops one up down the left field line. Left fielder Newmeyer coming in. That ball will drop in foul territory, and it goes 2-1. Dawson Vernier out there for his 5th inning of work. He allowed a run in the 2nd inning, and he's done a good job of allowing weak contact. 2 strikeouts on the day for him. He's getting outs. And speaking of weak contact, we'll talk about hits. On the scoreboard, it runs hits and errors for the visitors in the Panthers of O'Fallon. It's 1-3-0. For the Lancers, 0-1-0. Sipe has the lone RBI today. A sac fly to right. He hits this one to right field again. Rika moving back. That ball is going to get down. It'll go all the way to the wall. Moving for second base is Sipe, and Rika will get it in. And Keegan's in there standing up with a leadoff double here in the top of the 5th. O'Fallon trying to add on to a 1-run lead. He'll be pinch ran for as a courtesy runner for O'Fallon, which will be number 12, Mason Taylor. Mason Taylor will do the pinch run for O'Fallon. Leadoff double, and Sipe doing everything today for O'Fallon. Him and Barker, the big 2. So here is Jack Twinhoffel, the left fielder. He flew out to center. He was the 3rd out in the 2nd inning. And Dawson has to bat out of this jam. Lancers first baseman Kagas ready for a bunt. This one goes foul near the 3rd base line. It goes 0-1. You got Yates playing near the 3rd base bag, so it's up to Vernier or Lindemann, the catcher, to get to a ball if it's bunted on the left side. Kagas up on the right side, and Monroe and Kromkowski playing at normal depth on their respective positions. Kromkowski holds the runner at second, and the pitch is a bunt to the right side. Kagas will field it, cover at second, Monroe, and he makes the catch on the throw from Kagas. So it is a sac bunt for Twinhoffel, and with that, O'Fallon gets the runner to 3rd. With 1 out for the 9-hitter, Zach Tebby stepping in. It was Kagas who fielded it, threw it to Monroe, so 3-4 is the scoring. We'll see how O'Fallon will try and get this second runner home from 3rd.
Number 11, Zach Tebby.
Tebby grounded out to the 3rd baseman Yates for out number 1 in the 3rd inning. With 3 RBIs on the year. Came in batting .214, 389 in OBP, which is pretty high, a .321 slugging. Took the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Next one from Dawson. It's a fly ball in the left center. This should bring the run home as Jones moves back, makes the catch, and easily tagging from 3rd is the pinch runner Taylor for Sipe. And it's 2-0 O'Fallon here in the 5th inning, and they manufacture home another run. Leadoff double, sac bunt, sac fly, and O'Fallon does everything right with the fundamentals, and it's 2-0. For Tebby, that's RBI number 4 on the year. So both of their RBIs have came off sac flies today for O'Fallon. So 2 out, and it'll go back to the top part of the order for O'Fallon as 0-1 coming here from Vernier to Dane Haraski. That one will miss, and it goes 1-1. He lined out to Yates at 3rd and then struck out. He was the first strikeout victim today for O'Fallon. That was back in the 3rd inning. Shows bunt and pulled it back, and it goes 2-1. Lancers in the bottom of the 5th will try and get the offense going. Only 1 hit and 2 total base runners through 4 innings. It'll be Peters, Lindemann, and Yates. 5, 6, 7. That misses outside, and Dawson trying to avoid his first walk of the day. He's been walkless through 4 2/3. Trying to continue that streak. A 3-1 coming. The pitch. That ball's hit to the left side, and it gets through. It's split right of the middle of Krybkowski and Yates, and Haraski's on for the first time today. It's a 2-out single, and we'll see if the Panthers can do anything with it here. We'll now bring in Grant Tebby, the shortstop. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out to Vernier and lined out to Kromkowski.
For the Panthers, number 4, Grant Tebby.
So just trying to get this last out here. See if they can wake up the bats. Only scored 1 run in the 2 games last year against the O'Fallon Panthers. Throw down to second. Runners off and out! As Monroe was able to apply the tag. It was a late call. And Belleville gets out of it with a caught steal and a great throw by Lindeman on the money. And a good job by Monroe to do the rest. We're 4.5 through. O'Fallon does tack on another run on 2 hits. No walks, no errors. 1 run, none left. 4.5 through. Lancers a bat. They trail 2-0. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville Broadcast Network. And we start here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to the leadoff hitter. Peters will miss for a ball, and it goes 1-0. Lancers trying to respond after O'Fallon tacked on another run in the top half of the 5th. That ball's hit to the left side, and Peters will have an infield single as the shortstop, Grant Tebby, couldn't make a play on it. And the Lancers have their second hit, both coming from Noah, who's 2 for 2, and then they doubled back in the 2nd. And now has singled here in the 5th. Lancers have the leadoff runner on. It will be pinch ran. Looks like Faust is the pinch runner at first for Peters. Number 13.
Now batting number 10, Brody Lindeman.
So the Lancers, second time the leadoff runner on. They had it on in the 3rd inning. It was Monroe who got on with a hit by pitch. He got doubled up on a fly ball to right. First pitch is a strike to the freshman Lindeman. Struck out swinging first time up in the 2nd. Lancers have struck out 5 times today. 0-2 now. Strikeouts for Barker, the strikeout victims for the Lancers. Kripkowski, Newmeyer, Lindeman, Jones, and Kagas. The 0-2, here it is. That will miss. 1-2 with Lindeman down in the count. Peters had the second pitch, and he had a good at-bat in the 2nd as well at that 1-out double. That misses outside, and it goes 2-2. Lancers just got to find a way to string 2 or 3 hits together. Had a hit in the 2nd, and then 2 straight outs, and a hit by pitch in the 3rd, and 2 straight outs. That ball's popped up to the right side near the Lancer dugout, and trying to make a play was Maxidon near the fence, but it goes out of play, and it's still 2-2 on Lindeman. Belleville East 9-42 against the Panthers since 2000. Last win was in 2022, a 1-0 decision on April 21st. Go back down the 3rd in there safely. Throw it first in there safely is Faust. But this is an interesting stat. Hold on for a second. That one's popped up in the right side of the outfield, making the play is the center fielder Cox, and Lindeman's retired after 6 pitches at a little bit of a battle. And it's 1 away, and he'll bring in the senior third baseman, Austin Yates. Flew out to center for out number 3 in the 2nd inning. So between the 51 meetings between these two schools, 8 of them have came in the playoffs, which is interesting. 8 of them came in the postseason, and O'Fallon's won 5 of them. First pitch to Yates. That ball's hitting to right center. Second baseman makes a nice leaping catch. Throw down to first for a double play and couldn't double up Faust, who just got back into first just in time. Yates put a good swing on the ball, but a great play by Horaski at second to make the catch. And it's out number 2, and it'll go to Luke Monroe.
Next up is number 4, Luke Monroe.
Lancers have had 2-out offense before and need something here. Luke was hit by a pitch victim in the 3rd inning. He swings and misses, and it goes 0-1. Luke's done a good job hitting this season. This is only his 10th at-bat on the year, but he's 5 for 8 with a hit by pitch. He'll take one outside, and it goes 1-1. Also has 6 RBIs, which is very interesting to think about. Only 8 at-bats. And misses, and it goes 2-1 on Luke. He is the 8th hitter in the lineup, and if he can extend the inning, it'll go to Jalen Jones, the 9-hitter who waits on deck. O'Fallon in the 6th will have 2, 3, 4. Grant Tebby will resume batting. He was up there with 2 outs, and then caught stealing was Horaski at second, so he'll bat again. 2-2 now on Monroe. He's followed by Connor Blue and Ian Maxinon. Even count. Barker trying to pick up K number 6, a 2-2. Swing and a miss to an inside, and Monroe goes down swinging for out number 3. After a leadoff single, the Lancers can't do anything with it. Barker retires 3 straight Lancer batters to end the inning. We move to the 6th, 5 innings through. O'Fallon leads 2-0. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville Broadcast Network. And the first pitch in the top of the 6th is fired for a ball 1-0 to the leadoff batter, Grant Tebby, the 2nd hitter in the O'Fallon lineup. 2-0 Panthers through 5, and a swing and a miss as Dawson's back out there for a 6th inning of work. He gets a swing and a miss, and it goes 1-1. He's allowed 2 runs, a run in the 2nd and a run in the 5th. Both of them have scored via a sac fly. That one will miss low, and it goes 2-1. 2, 3, 4 to up for the Panthers. Tebby followed by Connor Blue, the DH, and the first baseman, Ian Maxon. Anybody gets on, it would be Camden Cox, the center fielder. Ground ball to short. Tommy will fire it over to first. Caden makes the catch. And out number 1 for Vernier here to start the 6th on the ground out to short. 1 out. He'll bring in the third batter, Connor Blue, the DH. Blue popped out to Tommy and then flew out to Reed and left. First pitch, a ball 1-0 to Blue in the second one. That ball's hit in the left center field. This ball's got some carry. This ball's deep, and it's back to the wall, and it's going to get down. Thinking second base is Blue, and he's easily in there standing up. He put a carry on that ball, and we've seen some home runs here at Lancer Stadium, and I thought that may have had a chance to get out, but it stays in the park, and it's a one-out double here for Blue. That's his first hit. It took his third at-bat to do it, but a guy that does well hitting the baseball, but a good job by Vernier to battle against him. Now with one out, another opportunity for the Panthers to score. Here's Ian Maxton, the lefty first baseman. He takes a pitch outside 1-0. He flew out to right and then singled last time up and stole second. He was the run. Sorry, it was not the run. I apologize. It was the fourth inning he got on. Fifth inning, it was Sipe that was the run. 2-0, and that one misses as well from Dawson. Maxton is probably, I would say, their third or fourth hitter, best hitter on this O'Fallon team. He's batting .291 coming in. 418 OVP and a 345 slugging. 7 RBIs. That ball's hitting to right center. Stays up on a line drive. Great catch by Rika, who fires it back in, and it was high of Krumkowski, but a good backup by Yates. And a big out number 2 in the line out, who Maxton put a good swing on the ball. One that definitely could easily got down. Hard hit contact, but out number 2, and it's a huge one for Vernier. Trying to get one more out to get out of this jam. Bring up Camden Cox, who is 1 for 2. A single, stolen base, and a run, then it flew out to right. Cox coming into today, batting .246, 347 OBP, a 400 slugging. 6 doubles, 2 triples, no homers, 13 RBIs. Takes a pitch inside, and it goes 1-0. Lancers, if they can get out of this here, get this third out, in the bottom of the 6th, they'll have 9-1-2, Jones, Krumkowski, Rika. I like that part of the order due up. Trying to get a run. 2-0 ball game in this 6th inning. Both pitchers have pitched well. That ball is a ground ball to short. Krumkowski fires over to first, and he gets the third out. Vernier allowed a one-out double, but gets the third out via the ground out after a double. 1 hit, no walks, no errors, no runs, 1 left. We played 5.5. Lancers to bat. 2-0 O'Fallon. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville Broadcast Network. We'll be right back. Been a quick game, a pitching duel here, 5.5 innings through. O'Fallon leads 2-0. First pitch of the bottom of the 6th is fire outside, and it goes 1-0 to the 9-hitter, Jalen Jones. He's followed by Tommy Krumkowski and Ty Rika. Lancers trying to get a run across. They've been scoreless through the first 5 and only 3 total base runners, 2 hits and a hit by pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1 on Jones. The next one is fired in there from Barker, and it goes 1-2. David Barker is 6th inning of work, and he's been firing strikes, pumping them in there, getting strikeouts. He has 6 on the day. Monroe was the 6th one to end the 5th inning. That one misses, and it goes 2-2. Jones was a strikeout victim himself in the third inning. He's 0 for 1. 2-2 to Jones at even count. Outside corner, and it got him. Great pitch from Barker, number 7. That's his first looking strikeout today, and it's out number 1 for Belleville Eastern in the 6th inning, and it'll go back to the top part of the order in Tommy Krimkowski.
Next up for Belleville East, number 2, Tommy Krimkowski.
Tommy was robbed of a hit in the third inning on a great play by the right fielder for O'Fallon and Vanderhayden. It was doubling up Monroe, who Luke thought it was down. I think a lot of people thought it was down, and took it away and got the last 2 outs on it in the third inning. First one missed, but second one is a strike, and it goes 1-1. Tommy's 0 for 2, a strikeout, and that fly out to right. Next one coming to Krimkowski, who's got a four-game hit streak on the line. I know we obviously need base runners, so obviously don't need a hit, but need to get on here, get something going. 2-1. Popped up in the infield, now going outfield grass. This one's shallow, and it'll be the left fielder making the play as he calls off the shortstop. That is Twinhoffel and left, and it's out number 2 in the 6th. And just like that, you think about it, Lancers are down to the last 4 outs in the ball game. Dawson's done a good job of keeping the Lancers in it, but David Barker's done even a better job on the O'Fallon side, only allowing 3 base runners. Here is Tyreka. He takes a pitch outside, and it goes 1-0. 2 ground outs, 1 to short, 1 to first. He's 0 for 2. O'Fallon in the 7th inning will have their 6, 7, 8 part of the order due up. That'll be Vanderhayden, Sipe, and Twinhoffel. Second one fouled off by Rika, and it goes 1-1. Next one coming, and the pitch from the right-hander Barker. That ball's hit to the left side. There's a hit for Rika. That's going to get in the gap. Ty will be able to get to second base. Oh, he's going to hold off as they got it in time, and Ty will stay at first. And a great job of the O'Fallon outfield to get that one in to prevent Rika from taking second base. But nonetheless, it is a 2-out single and a 2-out base runner. And Rika is hitless in his last 3 games coming in. And we're going to have a pinch runner over at first for Rika. Looks like that's Grady Davis, I think. Pinch running at first for Rika. With 2 out. Vernier will see if his day is done, because it's usually Rika backing up Dawson. See if that's the case in the 7th. There's a strike, and it's 0-1 to Kagas, who flew out to left and struck out. 0 for 2. He has a 2-game hit streak on the line here in the 6th inning. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it goes 0-2. Parker trying to get strikeout. So number 8. And he got it. Strikeout looking of Kagas, who goes down on 3 pitches. Lancers got a 2-out hit, but can't do anything with it as Barker battles back with a strikeout, and we've played 6 innings from Belleville East. Go to the 7th, 2-0 O'Fallon. This is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville East Broadcast Network.
Hey, sports fans, support your Belleville East Lancers by participating in the Booster Club's Queen of Hearts e-raffle. In just 3 simple steps, you can be on your way to supporting our Lancer sports programs and winning big. Visit the concession stand at your sport, scan the QR code, and join in the fun of winning and supporting all of our Lancer student athletes. Tickets as low as $5, and winners are drawn every Thursday. Don't miss out. Get your e-raffle tickets today.
6 innings through here on a Wednesday afternoon at Southwestern Conference play. O'Fallon holding on to a 2-0 lead as we play in the 7th. Steven Starkville, glad to have you along on a Wednesday afternoon. Our last inning here. Lancers are down their last 3 outs as we begin the 7th. Dawson Vernier, who started this game, is still out there. He pitches the 7th, facing Drew Vanderheyden, their right fielder, leadoff hitter in the 7th, and it's 0-2. Vernier got the last 2 outs in the 6th, and after a 1-out double, a line out and a ground out. Vanderheyden batting, he's 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. 0-2, the pitch. That's fouled back in a fight between the two. On the scoreboard, it runs, hits, and errors as we play in the 7th. For O'Fallon, it's 2-6-0. For Belleville East, 0-3-0. And the 0-2 again. That misses outside. Couldn't get Vanderheyden in a chase. And speaking of Dawson, this coming up here will be pitch number 76. And we just looking at the defensive alignment. Tyreek pinch ran for at first, and I was kind of thinking maybe Ty would come in to pitch for Dawson. Nope. Tyreek is not back out there in right field. Grady Davis is taken over in right. So he comes in for Rico, singled in the 6th inning. That was his last at-bat. He went 1 for 3. That ball's hit to the right side. First baseman Kagas is there. He'll just take it himself to first. And a quick out, number 1 on the ground out for Dawson here in the 7th inning, who his task is just to keep this a 2-run ball game, and hopefully the Lancer offense could get things cooking. There's been no activity in the O'Fallon bullpen all day, and I would assume David Barker would get the bottom of the 7th, who has pitched a terrific game. He's been outstanding. Another guy that's been outstanding is Keegan Sipe, the catcher, who has one of the 2 RBIs today, and that ball was low, and it actually hit Sipe, so he's on for the 2nd time today. Had a sac fly RBI back in the 2nd, doubled in the 5th, and now a hit by pitch. And he'll be pinch ran again as the courtesy runner. And that'll be Mason Taylor doing the duties over at first base.
That'll bring up number 27, Jack Twinhofer.
So 1-out base runner for Twinhoffel. Their left fielder, he's 0 for 1. Fly out to center and a sac bunt. Helped to manufacture the 2nd run for O'Fallon that came in the 5th inning. 1 out, runner on at first. First pitch from Dawson. Runner's off for 2nd. It's hit right to Tommy, and it went right past him. Going for 3rd base is Taylor, and he will get in there safely. Now moving up to 2nd to throw. Monroe can't apply the tag. And Twinhoffel base hit. That ball was hit right up the middle. The Lancers could have got a double play, but instead it's 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And O'Fallon trying to add on to a 2-0 lead here and make it even tougher for the Lancers, who is facing a great pitcher who's made this deficit feel more like 6 or 7 runs and can make that feel even more with the O'Fallon offense in business.
11, Zach Tebby.
Went right past Tommy. That's the 7th hit for O'Fallon. Here's Zach Tebby, who got the 2nd RBI. It was a sac fly back in the 5th. He's 0 for 1. First pitch for Neer in there for strike 0-1. Dawson's done a good job battling out of jams today, and we need another one here. Battle out of this and keep it 2-0. Oh, 1, and here comes the pitch from Dawson. Hit right back to Vernier. He'll look at the runner at 3rd, fired over to 1st, and got the out. Big out number 2. That's huge. 2 away. Going to go back to the top of the order, and Dane Haraski. Haraski is 1 for 3 on the day. Line out, strikeout, single, and then was caught stealing in the 5th inning. Batting .431, 560 OAP, a 779 slugging. He has 9 triples, which attributes to that. No homers, 10 RBIs. Big spot here, trying to get some more insurance for O'Fallon. And misses outside 1-0. Lancers in the bottom of the 7th. We'll have 4, 5, 6. Newmeyer, Peters, and Linneman 2 up to start things off. And the 1-0 from Vernier. Hit right back up the middle. Base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes another round in 3rd. Here is Twinhoffel to throw home. It is cut off down to 2nd. A tag is applied for out number 3, but the damage is done. A 2-run single for Dane Haraski and RBIs, 11-12, and now O'Fallon has doubled their lead. It goes from 2 now to 4. 4-0 ball game, and now the Lancers down their last 3 outs. See what they can do with backs against the wall. Coming up after this is Lancer Baseball on the Belleville Broadcast Network. Lancers need a spark to start the bottom of the second. First pitch to Newmeyer is grounded to second, and he's retired for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for David Barker, who goes for the complete game shutout. He's 2 outs away from doing that after O'Fallon added on 2 more in the top half of this inning on a 2-run single by Dane Haraski. And he was thrown out at second, trying to advance on the throw into the infield. There's a strike to Peters, who's 2 for 2 in the 8 double and a single. 1 out now in the inning. Lancers down to the last 2 here. Down by 4. Makes things even tougher against a very good pitcher for O'Fallon and Barker. That one misses outside and it goes 1-1. Next one coming. There's a strike and it goes 1-2. Barker 8 strikeouts through 6 1/3. Get the last 2, it'd be double-digit strikeouts. Guy that came in averaging 8.45 per 7, making number 9. He gets Peters frozen for out number 2. 3 straight strikeouts now have all been looking for Barker, who's retired 3 straight Lancer batters. Back-to-back outs to start the 7th. And 2 away, and the Lancers' last hope is the freshman Brody Lindeman. He's 0 for 2. Lancers trying to avoid their 4th loss in conference play here. First one missed. Second one will miss as well, and it is 2-0. Lindeman, if you're going to get the game extended, it would be Austin Yates to follow. There's a strike, and it goes 2-1. Lancers down their last 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss, 2-2. O'Fallon 1 strike away from make it 2 straight wins for them. Get to 12-10 and 3-4 in conference play. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss, and that will do it. O'Fallon shuts out the Lancers, winning this one by a score of 4-0. They improve to 12-10 on the year, 4-3 in conference play. Lancers fall to 3-4 in conference play. Lancers fall to 13-9, 3-4 in conference play. We'll talk about it next on our Lancer Baseball postgame show. And we welcome into our Lancer Baseball postgame show, the final this afternoon, O'Fallon 4, Belleville 0. We welcome in Steven Stock with you. Glad to have you along on a Wednesday. Not the best showing out today of baseball. A tough 4-0 loss against a good O'Fallon team who's kind of hit a bump on the road midway through their season, but they're starting to try and get things figured out. They've always been a very good program with a lot of success that's shown over the last few years. I mentioned earlier, they've had 25 wins in a season since 2014. Every single season, 25 wins. 2013 was their last year. They went 23-13. That's the last time they get 25-win season. They 2 wins short. And they're a team that, hasn't been under 500. They were under 500 6-8. They haven't been under 500 since 2013 in that year. They started the year 1-4. So it just kind of shows you where they're at right now. But they've been playing some good baseball. They're 6-2 now in their last 8 games with today's win over Belleville East to get to 12-10. They're 3-4 in conference play. They're tied now with the Lancers. They have the advantage over them with O'Fallon now being 12-10. Lancers now at 13-9 in conference play. And speaking of conference play, we'll try and get some updates for you here in the conference. 2 games today, or actually technically 3, with East St. Louis and Collinsville playing a doubleheader. Edwardsville is also at Alton with Belleville West getting the bye today in conference play. Both of the pitchers, you usually don't see this. Usually you see this in softball. You usually don't see it in baseball. Both pitchers throwing a complete game. And it was a quick one. This game was only about an hour and a half, about 90 minutes, probably less than. I think it was less than 90 minutes. We started at 4:22, and it's 5:53. A very quick game, but that's what happens when we have 2 teams, 2 very good pitchers, just throwing strikes and getting quick outs. A lot of contact allowed by Dawson Vernier today, and some of it was good hit contact by O'Fallon, but it was also O'Fallon manufacturing the runs, getting hits exactly in the spots when they needed to. And for Belleville East, they just couldn't get any base runners. And you got to give props off to David Barker, who pitched an incredible game. We knew he was a great starter. Saw him last year in the 3-1 win for O'Fallon against Belleville East here at home. But, he looks even better this year. He's really got a strikeout pitch now, and 10 of them today. He got the last 2 to get from 8 to 10. And a guy that last year, I probably had 2 or 3 strikeouts against O'Fallon, for O'Fallon against Belleville East. He looked a lot better somehow, with how good he was last year. But O'Fallon, this is a good team. They have some really good seniors last year, but Connor Blue and a few other guys have shown really well in the offense. They got good pitching as well. Blue's going to most likely go tomorrow, who's their number 1 for O'Fallon against Belleville East. Pitching lines, as I mentioned, we'll start Dawson Vernier, who got the loss today. He went 7 innings, 2 Ks, no walks, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned. David Barker got the win, a complete game shutout for him. That's his second complete game on the year. He had 10 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits, no runs, no earned runs, and a hit by pitch for the shutout for Barker. On the scoreboard and runs, hits, and errors for O'Fallon, 4-8-0, and for Belleville East, 0-3-0. Coming up is our play of the game. Have it for you next here on our Lancer Baseball postgame show.
Hey, sports fans, support your Belleville East Lancers by participating in the Booster Club's Queen of Hearts e-raffle. In just 3 simple steps, you can be on your way to supporting our Lancer sports programs and winning big. Visit the concession stand at your sport, scan the QR code, and join in the fun of winning and supporting all of our Lancer student athletes. Tickets as low as $5, and winners are drawn every Thursday. Don't miss out. Get your e-raffle tickets today.
And we won't get back in. It's time for our play of the game, and it comes just from this last inning in the top of the 7th with 2 outs, 2 on. The leadoff hitter, Dane Rasky, batted for O'Fallon, and he delivers a huge 2-run single added on to a 2-0 lead for O'Fallon to get the Panthers a 4-0 win. This is how it looked and sounded here for our play of the game here on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Bottom of the 7th. We'll have 4, 5, 6. Newmeyer, Peters, and Lindemann 2 up to start things off. And the 1-0 from Vernier. Hit right back up the middle. Base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes another round in third. Here is Twinhoffel to throw home. It is cut off down to second. A tag is applied for out number 3. But the damage is done. A 2-run single for Dane Haraski and RBIs, 11-12. And now O'Fallon has doubled their lead. It goes from 2 now to 4. 4-0 ball game, and now the Lancers
That's
down
how our
the last
play of the
three
game
out. See what they can
looked
do with
and
backs
sounded
against
here
the
on
wall.
our Lancer
Coming up
Baseball
after this. This is
post-game
show. I hope play it. Played? Okay, there we go. That's our play of the game. That's how it looked and sounded. And we'll take our short break. We'll be back after this here on our Lancer Baseball post-game show.
Hey, sports.
And we welcome back to our Lancer Baseball post-game show. O'Fallon gets the win 4-0 to improve to 12-10 on the year. 3-4 in conference play. Lancers falls to 13-9. 3-4 in conference play. It's been a tight pack Southwestern Conference. Edwardsville is number 1 right now at 4-0 undefeated. But after that, it's really anybody's spot for number 2 and number 3 in the conference. Coming in today, these were the standings. Edwardsville and first at 12-6 overall, 4-0 in conference play. Alton at second. They were tied with West, both 4-2. Alton 14-8. Belleville West 12-7 overall. Then in fourth place was the Lancers, 3-3. O'Fallon was in fifth, 2-4. That's changed now with today's win. O'Fallon is over, has passed. They've hopped the Lancers for fourth place. Collinsville 9-12. They're 1-3 in conference play with East St. Louis and last at 6-1. They're 0-4 in the Southwestern Conference. Today's games, I mean, East O'Fallon's pretty good, but we also got a battle between the top two, Edwardsville and Alton. And here's your scores. East St. Louis lost to Collinsville in Game 1 of a doubleheader, 13-1. The final for the K-Hawks. They win Game 1. Game 2 coming up in just a few minutes over at Collinsville. Over in Alton, this is a game that's currently in the bottom of the fifth. That tells you how quick we were today with this pitching duel. Less than 90 minutes, one of the quickest games I've ever done. I mean, we're not even going to get to 2 hours on the live stream here today. But 2-0's the score right now with the Tigers leading Alton. The Redbirds are batting right now in the bottom of the fifth. 2-0 Tigers over the Redbirds in Southwestern Conference play right now. And East O'Fallon and Edwardsville Alton will be both playing tomorrow. Lancers, Panthers at O'Fallon, Edwardsville, Alton at Edwardsville tomorrow, continuing with Southwestern Conference play. So right now, Edwardsville still at the 1 right now with Belleville West getting a bye, which means Alton and Belleville West are tied for second, but O'Fallon now in third, East in fourth, Collinsville in fifth. Collinsville in sixth, and East St. Louis in seventh. Next week's games, Lancers will be on the bye, but some good games as well. Belleville West will take on Edwardsville. Collinsville will take on Alton, and East St. Louis will take on O'Fallon. Well, Game 1 of a 3-game week does not end the way Belleville East would like it to end, but our other sports teams, softball was supposed to play Alton today. They're going to play East St. Louis tomorrow. That's their only game this week, which is crazy to think. Boys volleyball got the win last night at Edwardsville in conference play, so it's still been a very good start to the week for Belleville East. Boys volleyball, we're going to have their next game. That's tomorrow at Belleville West on the road. We'll have that for you at 4:25 with JV Varsity to follow. And I got to tell you, again, big thank you to Belleville West who gives me an opportunity to broadcast at their place. It'll be the first time I've been there since January for boys basketball, and they're just great hosts. I mean, every place I've been to has been great hosts, but I tell you, Belleville West has been definitely the best. They've really treated me. They've been awesome, you know. And Coach Betts, who's their assistant AD, and Mr. Muniz, who's their head AD, are two incredible gentlemen who I've talked to and got to meet over the last 2 years now, which is crazy to think. But two very great people who are have a lot of respect for me, show a lot of kindness, have a lot of respect for them. They're awesome. So a big thank you to Belleville West for giving me the ability to give you some boys volleyball tomorrow at Belleville West before they're up to the Lincoln Way East this weekend. A very, very tough tournament. This is the tournament in Illinois for boys volleyball that you look at. Where's the most competition at? It's this tournament coming up this weekend. Beverly's gets an invite to it, and they're going to try and show Chicago area, who they are. They showed it the last tournament, taking home 6th place, beating some very tough teams, losing barely, just narrowly to some very tough teams as well. Let's see how the boys do this week, and we wish them luck. We'll have updates for you posted like I did last time, and hopefully share some good news for you Saturday morning when we're at Busch Stadium for Lancer Baseball, which is our next Lancer Baseball game. It's only our last game, our 3rd game of the week. It will be Saturday morning. That's a 10 o'clock first pitch when 9:45 will be our Lancer Baseball pregame show. Big thank you to Coach Wiggs, who's worked all that out with me and able to bring you that game, a game we didn't do last year, but a game we're able to bring to you this year. And I got to thank Coach Wiggs for making that one possible. He is awesome. And we'll have that for you Saturday morning. Again, 10 o'clock first pitch against Mount Vernon. Team Lancers already beat this year 4-2, so looking forward to the rematch. 9:45 is your pregame show from Busch Stadium. Glad to have it for you on Saturday. With that here, on a Wednesday, it's midway through the week. We only have one game. That's weird, but we got making it number 2 tomorrow at Belleville West. We hope to see you at West. Lancers going for win number 21. Boys volleyball trying to get it done against a red-hot Belleville West Maroon team. It's going to be a battle of the two Bellows. Glad to have it for you tomorrow. Again, live at Belleville West tomorrow at 4:25 with JV Varsity to follow. From Belleville East here on our Lancer Baseball postgame show. Hope you have a good rest of your Wednesday. Have a good rest of your week. And until the next time we see you, we'll see you guys later.